the Indianapolis Business Journal.
Afternoon, Lindsay.
Spend the $3 billion that's coming to the state from the latest relief package, and how you feel about lawmakers directing how that money should be spent.
Lindsay, I didn't get the first part. I got spend $3 billion and lawmakers. And
how do you plan to spend the $3 billion that's coming to the state, and then how do you feel about lawmakers directing how it should be spent?
Wisely, in one word. Look, we've got, and I see Chris is making his way up, but we've, again, the CARES Act 3 and the $3 billion I think you're referencing for the state. There'll be another $3 billion that's devoted to locals. We'll work with our legislative partners who grapple and deal with Indiana's budget this year. And we look forward to that. We met today on just this topic. We have the ability to emerge and accelerate away from this pandemic because of the strong position we went in and this assistance that's coming our way. But it'll be a team effort. And like I said, we're just in the third quarter. We've got till the latest, the 29th of April. Chris, you want to chip in any in terms of, and what I think would be helpful is, not just for Lindsay, but for everyone, is most of this funding, $3 billion, is allocated into specific areas, directed into certain areas. And so the $440 million for rental and utility assistance, that's going to be going down, that's going to be sitting right there for Hoosiers that are in need of it, on top of the balance that's still there prior to CARES Act 3. So you might want to, Chris, just talk about kind of the pie chart of what's directed, allocated, and then what's not. And then we'll be working on the budget with our legislative partners for the balance of the remaining part of session.
Yes, thank you, Governor. As the governor mentioned, the funding that was enacted last week and signed by President Biden is really drops into two major categories, and that is the funding directly to state agencies that will be helping to address the pandemic and the negative economic impacts from the pandemic. The governor cited the emergency rental assistance and utility assistance that Jake Sipe from the Housing and Community Development Authority described last week. The other, there is, which is different than the other CARES Act funding earlier in 2020, is there is direct assistance to state and local governments. It's estimated that the state will receive approximately $3 billion. Contrary to the original funding, the 2.4, the coronavirus relief fund that was received in 2020, that funding was directly for fighting the virus, covering public health expenses, other medical expenses, and economic recovery. There's still an element of that. One of the eligible uses is to still respond to the public health emergency, the negative economic impacts from that. There's also specific uses such as water, sewer, broadband assistance. But the new component that wasn't there before, and you may recall me saying that the states could not use the money for revenue replacement. There is an element of budget relief that is an eligible use with the most recent package, and that's where the governor was saying that this does add a new wrinkle and should bring in a broader perspectives for discussing how that should be used. We are in the middle of that budget session, and I'm sure that will be discussed over the coming weeks as we finalize and the General Assembly finalizes its budget. I would like to say that I think throughout this exercise, our goal has been to use the money as judiciously as possible to create the greatest impact, positive impact for Hoosiers, to also think about how can we use the money to make an enduring impact beyond the life or the use of this money, but also at the same time not create any sort of obligation that the state cannot live up to after the use of this money.
And Chris, it might be helpful if you, I mean, we still have how many questions before the Treasury on this most recent package pending?
I'm sure there are hundreds of questions. We've submitted our own list of questions. What may sound like a simple reading of the legislation really generates a lot of questions. And so the associations that are out there that represent state government, that represent state and local governments, budget officials, county government, they've been asked by the U.S. Treasury to compile their questions and send those in to the U.S. Treasury, of which I think the deadline is this Friday, and it'll take some time for them to sort through those questions and send out their feedback as well as their responses to those questions. The viewers may recall a theme that I often cited over the course of 2020 is that we received updated and periodic guidance from the U.S. Treasury, and I suspect we're going to be seeing the same sort of thing, is that there'll be initial guidance, but then that will be revised over time as the programs are administered.
But Lindsay, that will factor in over the course of the next month for legislative leaders and members putting together the budget. And for our team, we don't want to allocate dollars for a program that's in